Greetings, chummers, and welcome back to Shadowrun Returns. Drosvin here. We just recently finished beating up a bunch of Halloweeners, and we're about to go check out Sam's murder site. So let's get on going. Alright, looks like the NPCs have stopped moving around, which was a bit of the problem in the last video that confused me. Apparently NPCs don't like ending combat properly. So, ongoing. Oh, soy calf joined. Let's get some soy calf. Oh wait, can't go in there. Ooh. Dan the Donut Man. Talk to everybody. The smell of fried food, powdered sugar, and slightly burned soy calf is almost enough to overpower the dusty sewage stench of Redmond streets. The troll working the stand is covered in food stains older than he is. Well then. What can I get you, chummer? Did you see the murder in the alley across the way? Nope, I was closed when it happened, but hey, it's the Baron. The back alley killing's nothing new around here. The only reason the cops are making a big deal out of this dripper business is that some of the victims are real people, folks with sins. What can you tell me about the Barons? Barons? Hell, if you have to ask, you probably shouldn't be out here. This stretch we are on is called Touristville, though, and I suppose it's the closest thing around here to respectable. Fewer muggings, and you might even survive drinking the water if you're lucky. Wouldn't recommend it, though. He scratches his armpit. That's rude to do when you're talking to people. Now behind me, that's the Seamstress' union. You want drinks, drugs, favors, or information around here? The union's your spot. Hell, that place is the reason I'm in business. Folks get the munchies when they party. Mrs. Kabuta owns the joint, and she's quality. A hard woman, but fair. I'll see you around. Person named Bobby. Hey, chummer. Got some tasty morsels for you. Just what every well-dressed Shadowrunner should have in his back pocket. Let me see what you have. Ah, drug dealer. I don't have any money, though. Kamikaze and Nitro. Yeah, this game you don't have to worry about the addiction side of it, but yeah, drugs come with all the normal problems that drugs come with. Kamikaze is combat skill that increases body by 2, strength by 1, and willpower by 1 for 5 rounds. Whereas Nitro increases your strength and willpower by 2, but it reduces your charisma and intelligence by 2 for 5 rounds. Really good combat stims. Combat drugs. But I'm not looking for combat drugs. I can look at the Union. The sounds of laughter and music emanate from within, but you should finish your investigation first. Yeah, we'll be going there here in a little bit. Talk to this person. The dwarf merchant is packing up her stand for the night. I'm closed. Come back tomorrow. You got a great view of that alley across the street. Don't suppose you saw the murder that happened there? She grunts. Sure, I was closing up when I heard a series of explosions from behind the Union. A couple seconds later, this guy comes out, runs across the street. Didn't get a good look at him. Then all the lights in the alley exploded all of a sudden. Things got pretty quiet after that. Thank you for your time. Uh-huh, no problem. No sweat, chummer. I'll go around this way. It's blockaded off on this side. Jake. As you approach the scene of Sam's murder, Jake spies the flashing red and blue lights ahead. Whoa, hold up a moment. Lone Star isn't above collecting on the corp-issued bounty. And the one on my head isn't going away anytime soon. He sighs. Sorry, friend, I think this is where our paths diverge. Thanks again for the help with those Halloweeners. Here's your payment. They don't take me in where I'm going, and you look like you could use the funds. Likewise, Jake. Give me a call when you're in the clear. Yeah, sure. He starts to leave, then tilts his head back. Hey, one more thing. When you're done checking out your pal's crime scene, pop into the Seamstress Union. Just down the street. You need gear, information, or just a damn stiff drink? That's the place to be. Best dive this side of Chicago. I used that place as a base of operations for years back in the day. Make the right friends here, there, and you'll get to the bottom of this ripper business. And I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of this ripper business. Well, nice knowing you. Jake turns and disappears into the shadowy depths of the Redmond Barrens. Okay, so Jake leaves because he doesn't want to deal with Lone Star. And the bright yellow police tape cuts through the darkness, directing your eyes to the white chalk outline and dark red stain marking the slab of pavement where Sam Watts died. Standing at the entrance to the alley is a Lone Star officer. The cop looks cold, hungry, and irritated at the homeless man who's currently pestering him. Keep telling you, I need to get my stuff from the alley or I'm going to die in the cold tonight. The officer sighs, and I've been trying to explain to you that this is an official Lone Star investigation and I can't let anyone in here. Hey, I got rights. Look, you sinless garbage. I've got a job to do. Find a new blanket, or I'll find a reason to use my stun baton. Typical. I hate all you pigs. Let's see. Nothing, just passing by. Talk to you, because I didn't bribe him or tell him I was a corner, because I know how to get past him. It's that item selection. The streets have not been kind to this man, but they've also hardened him. This man is clearly a survivor, though one wrestling with the onset of age and arthritis. You, I saw you over there with that rat bastard cop. What do you want? Know anything about the murder that took place here? He squints at you suspicious. You a copper? Or looking for some court? Nope, I'm as sinless as you. Mind answering a few questions? Hey, what makes you think I'm sinless? Or just messing with you. Of course I'm sinless. System ID number my ass. What kind of questions you got? Did you see the murder? Nope, and I can't say I'm sorry I missed it. This hauling crates for is James up at the market. Can't carry as much as I used to, so it took a while. Got back here in time to see a couple of tourists puking all over my home turf. By then, that jerk-face in the uniform had already set up shop in my alley. So it sounds like you live in this alley. Sure, for the last couple of months I've been sleeping there. But I spend my days out doing odd jobs for the street merchants or panhandling tourists over near the Seamstress Union. What else did you see that night? Well, you know, earlier in the night I saw a big and ugly troll in green hospital scrubs snooping around the block. He bought some donuts and 2 cups of soy calf off of Dane over there. Seemed nervous, and he did everything with his left hand because his right was all screwed up with some cyberware. Can you tell me more about the troll's cyberware? Well, it was big, and I think it must have had some hospital attachments because I saw some needles. Looked a lot like the one I saw back in '44 when I got captured by elves. They did all sorts of experiments on me. Let me tell you, never trusted one of them cyber people. That's all I needed to know. Thanks. See you around. Now we go back over to Dan over here. Dan the Donut Man. Oh, come on. I want to talk to Dan. That. What can I get you, Trevor? I'll take a jelly donut and a soy calf. Sell some donuts to a troll wearing scrubs last night? Maybe. What's it to you? I sell a lot of donuts to a lot of people. I know how Lone Star profiles men of humans. I tell them about a troll that bought donuts from me the night before murder. They'll haul him in just to see if anyone will pay the bail. Not today, my friend. So I'll see you around. Yeah. Lone Star's not the greatest. Long night, eh? You look cold, so I picked up a donut and some soy calf for you. Hey, thanks. The officer's face lights up as he takes a sip. He seems pretty trusting for an officer of the law. You know, when my dad was a cop, this was back when cops actually worked for the government, he said folks would buy him coffee all the time. But I ain't seen it till now. What can I do for you? I'm actually working for the dead man to help find his killer. Can I come into the alley and look around for a bit? The client is the chalk line? That's messed up, man. But I respect it. Okay, but don't mess anything up. Not that anyone would actually notice, because the forensics aren't coming back. Alright, amidst the shards of broken glass, from the broken lights, you find a small piece of glass which looks like a bottom of a test tube. This looks like the coat and blanket the old man was trying to get back. Examine the area for evidence. As you shuffle the bundle of cloth to the side, a printed receipt falls out from beneath the folds of the blanket. Spar tab receipt for the Seamstress Union, dated 2 days ago at 3:02 a.m. Right around the corner is the reported time of death. The customer, Sam Watts. The service name is listed as Coyote. Pick up the coat and blankets. This work light is new. You can see that all the alley's normal lights have been ruined. Upon closer inspection, it seems as if they all imploded, as if some force shattered them all at the same time. That smells of magic. There are two distinct sets of footprints of humans, ending at the chalk outline, and a larger set, possibly orc or troll, following just behind the first. Alright, and that's all I can find in the alley. Let's talk to William here. Hey there, youngin. I think this coat and these blankets belong to you. My stuff, mighty decent to you. Don't see that kind of thing too often out here. Because I like being a nice person. Oh, right, I have karma to spend. I have a lot of karma to spend. Let's see, how much was... I could spend 4 of it to get a new etiquette. Or I could get my combat abilities up to snuff. Critical percentage chance, and an additional weapon slot if not already unlocked. Yep, I have now a 3rd weapon slot. I need to get more cyberware. Ooh, I have 990 needed. I guess Jake gave me 1,000. I spent 10 getting the donuts and soy calf. About to leave the Barrens and Seamstress Union. Would you like to proceed? Yes. I like it when games give prompts like that for when you might accidentally click on the transition zones. At its heart is the Seamstress Union, housed in an old brownstone building at the corner of illegal and opportunity. Bums huddled together, gangers strut the streets, and occasional salarymen come slumming. The Union building has been retrofitted, rebuilt, and restored so many times that it's like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. The wild ivy growing out of the gutters adds to this effect. As you enter, the murmur of hushed conversation washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads, take your measure, and then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but keeps to themselves. Alright. And it's a great place, let me tell you. Ooh, they have arcade machines right at the front. Oh, but I can't play them. They must not be plugged in. Ah, Cherry Bomb. She's pretty. The bartender is a striking elf sporting a perfectly toned body, perfectly pouty lips, and perfectly tapered ears. Her eyes harmonize save me and take me in equal measure, hitting just the right notes for the maximum extraction of tips. She looks at you, sees another elf, and smiles big. Hey there, haven't seen you here before. What can I get you? Something dirty in a clean glass. Ooh, a hard case. I like that. Okay, hard case. I'll get you something stiff. She starts to walk away when a man with the face of a survivor and the zeal of a convert tugs at her arm hard. It's clear the two have a history. They try to keep their voices low, but the intensity of their conversation makes them easy to overhear. Sure, you have to listen to me. If you stick around here, you could end up dead or worse. The Ripper is out there, and he's real. The last killing happened just down the block. Now Coyote's missing. They'll probably find her tomorrow in a dumpster without her head. Come on, Cherry Bomb, think. I think plenty, Shane. I'm getting a P8 each freaking D from UW in neuroprosthetics. Studying under, I can't, what's that name? Olschlemans? Olymans? I'm apologizing with that name, I can't pronounce it. And how am I paying for it? Bartending. Tips. There are faster ways for a Baron's girl to earn that kind of scratch, but I'm not taking them. So what do you want from me? I want what you want. A better life. A better world for everyone. Universal Brotherhood can give you that. I've heard this all before. This isn't some trick to get us back together. Things are different now. I'm different. The Brotherhood... Cherrybone's face is hard, armored in lipstick and low expectations. The Universal Brotherhood is for other people, Shane. Rich Bellevue types who can afford their membership fees and voluntary donations. This isn't about money. It's about binding the world together in brotherhood. Come with me. Attend a discovery meeting. Get to the core of who you are. I heard Lynn Telestrin give a talk last night called The New Family of the Sixth World. I've got a family right here, Shane. They're drunks and lowlifes and whores, and I'd choose them over any of your Brotherhood members. Now, Buzz. I need to get back to work. With body language that leaves no question that the conversation is over, Cherry Bomb turns it back on him. Sorry, I got interrupted. Let's see which options I want. So you had to go through that. Sounds like you got big plans for yourself. Her pretty eyes soften. Yeah, I do. Can't stay here forever. You've got a look that says you're not here just for the entertainment. Nope. Yeah, that's a badge. I assume that was a police officer. Didn't think so. You look like a runner to me. We're trained to spot the bronze the minute they walk in here. Something I can help you with. I have a few questions. Ask away. Let's start the time. Tell me about this place. Some come here for booze, some come for companionship. Others are looking for something they can't get anywhere else. If it's legal or moral, or it can be bought, sold, rented, or consumed, you can probably find it here. The Union seems to attract people like you. Yeah, it sounds like a runner's haven. Who was that you were talking to? Shane, old boyfriend. He used to work here. One day he saw a billboard for the Universal Brotherhood. That was that. Went to a meeting, made new friends, moved in with them. I was happy for him, until he started coming around trying to recruit me. I don't need that dreck. That guy mentioned Coyote. Is she here? She looks worried. No, I think she's away on business. Business, huh? Is she a shaman with a name like Coyote? She laughs. No. She shot a coyote once, thinking it was a shaman who double-crossed her. We've been calling her Coyote ever since. That's an interesting way to get a nickname. Her face falls. She's been missing a couple of days now. Some people think the Ripper got her, but I know her. Coyote can take care of herself. Ever hear the name Sam Watts? She nods. Sam was a regular customer and a regular pain in the ass for as long as I've been here. Talked a big game, but he was always broke. As soon as he got any money in his pocket, it went straight to his head. Chips, drugs, or booze. Cody had a soft spot for him, though. Did you see Sam on the night he died? No, that was Coyote's shift. Who runs this place? I want to talk to them. That'd be Miss Kabuta. She's in the back room. You can't miss her. Thanks for the intel. I appreciate the help. Gotta folks ought to stick together. Talk to you later. Okay, so that's Cherry Bomb. She's a nice person. Eric Mersman. What do you do? You're an orc. Hey guy, I got some extra outfits I'm willing to unload. Do you want first dibs? I'll take a look. Alley Punk. It's the outfit that the guy on the front screen was wearing. Dress one step above a street ganger grants 3 more HP. Wouldn't be a bad outfit. It's expensive though. Sailor's Runner gives coolest hat in the shadows that grants +1 intelligence. Yeah, I want this outfit. Ooh, I get torso look, which has more armor. What's the armor of my current clothing? 1, so this would be upgraded either way. Actually, I think I'll come back to it. Because I got some other shopping I want to do. Armor is important, but there's more important things than armor. Gin Parks. The Asian woman's expression reads, open for business, but her demeanor reads, dealer rather than companion. She has a jacket on her neck, a gun on her hip, and a chip on her shoulder. She eyes you with a sneer. You look like you know your way around. Need something? Weapons? Matrix tech? Show me what we got. Alright. Here's our combat vendor, where you can buy drones and guns and weapons. Unfortunately, Eustache. Yeah, I got some. I currently have stuff. I could buy another weapon to level up later, but at the moment, I think I'll just stick with what I got. Mr. Clue. Oh, come on. I clearly clicked on him. Posted at the doorway to the VIP section is a tower of troll muscle wrapped in an impossibly tailored suit. Whether the product of good genes or expensive aftermarket cosmetic work, the troll's gleaming horns perfectly frame his face, and his polished tusks and goatee accentuate the set of a lantern jaw. Welcome, please behave yourself. Well, dude, you get trouble in here often? Nothing a stern look can't usually solve. Yeah, a stern look from a troll that can usually solve most troubles. You have business here? Looking into the death of Sam Watts. Heard about that. Real shame what happened to him. There's a sharpness in Clue's eyes, the look of a man who has seen much and earned wisdom at a young age. I figure Sam was the type who needed to be thrown out on occasion. Encouraged to call a night, I'd say. Sam was a drunk, but he usually wasn't a violent one. Usually. What about the night he died? He was a bit agitated. Didn't catch the specifics. Might have been over a woman. Thought I was going to have to show him out, but I had to deal with a couple of rival go-gangers posturing for one of the working girls upstairs. Jake helped Sam out instead. Go-gangers. Oh, I don't remember I have to deal with any of those, but they're essentially Shadowrun's biker gangs, and they can be rather bad and crazy. Thanks for the info. No problem. Okay. Johnny Clean. Oh, come on. The man is dressed like a janitor, but is wearing unusually clean overalls. He's tall, real thin, and has a cunning look in his eye that says he's more than just a maintenance man. Howdy, name's Johnny Clean. You new? Yeah, first time. Just getting a look at the place. Well, enjoy yourself. This looks like your type of place. I'm just sweeping up a bit. Ah. Noog. Covered in glowing magical talismans and fetishes, the troll does not seem fully of this world. He mumbles to himself constantly, participating in several conversations at once. But with entities you can neither see nor hear. Mutter, I told you, it's not like that at all. Mutter, bring me proof and you shall have it. Mutter, I'm honored, Your Majesty. Astral communication. Mutter, that was why I said never use mustard instead of catsup. Mutter, forgive me, Jean, I was a fool. Mutter, he looks you in the eye, his other conversations unfold. We may use my magical words and see their glory. No thanks, not interested. Interested in magical gear, but I don't have the capability of using it. Mrs. Kabuta. Mrs. Kabuta watches you from across the room. Says you up as you approach. As you get closer, you can see that she's a mixed race, African and Japanese. Her demeanor says, "This is my house. Mess with it at your peril." But her eyes twinkle with a playful light when she speaks. Kambarwan, good evening. My, but aren't you the pretty elf? Are you enjoying the Seamstress Union? There should be plenty for a man like you to enjoy. Shiashikosi, where's this business? Business. I suspected as much when you walked in, Ome. What business do you have with me? Looking for information. She eyes you suspiciously. Of course you are. Knowledge is power, ne? So I've been told. So Ka. And why should I help you? Sam Watts, I'm looking for his color. Her face brightens, amused. Ah, so you are the little insurance policy he would go on about when he was drunk. His avenging angel who would strike back for him from beyond the grave. So what do you want to know? How well did you know Sam? I knew him. We all did. Sam was a regular here. Wherever he could beg or borrow enough Nuyen to become altered in some way. Drugs, chips, alcohol, didn't matter to Sam, as long as he was bent. He was always looking for his next fix. He come to this place like it was his lifeline, and we treated him as part of the family, even if none of us truly liked him, except Coyote. Did you see Sam on the night of his death? He was here, quite inebriated, as he often was. Coyote was working bar that night, and she informed me that Sam was getting rowdy and belligerent with the other customers. When I requested he leave, he refused. My bouncer, Mr. Clue, was off dealing with another issue, so I requested that Jake escort Sam out the back door to the alley. That was the last I saw of either of them. Why is this place called the Seamstress Union? During the Gold Rush years, there was a census, and the politicians wanted as high a number as possible to gain power and revenue. To bolster their numbers, they decided to include all working girls, of which there were many, to the rolls. However, given the times, they could not just they could not list the girls' true occupations. They introduced them as seamstresses. When a girl accumulated enough money to open her own place of business, she named it the Seamstresses Union, so potential workers would know that they would be treated fairly there, and thus a rich tradition was born. So you're a former seamstress? No. Perhaps when we know each other more, I'll reveal more about myself. For now, enjoy the union. One more question. Can you tell me where to find Coyote? Her face darkens. Would that I could. I've not seen her in 2 days. She's a smart woman, and quite dangerous, but I fear for her. If she's smart, why fear for her? Because she's in a dangerous line of work, and there's always someone smarter, more prepared. Her room is upstairs. If you're looking for her, I invite you to examine it. You may be able to uncover her whereabouts. I would not normally betray her privacy in this way, but she missed 2 shifts now, and cannot be reached on her comm. It is unlike her. If something has happened, I will not have an action on my conscience. Here is the key. Yeah, I like Mrs. Kabuta. She's a hard woman, but she's a good woman. She treats her own well. There's a mid-grade security panel attached to the nearby door. I can hack the panel, but I don't have enough decking. I've been so worried about my combat skills that don't have the ability to hack a simple door panel. Is this Cody's place? I think I'm in the wrong room. Oops. This is Coyote's place. Alright, look at this. Looks like Coyote keeps her clothes in boxes on the floor. Coyote's computer is ancient, probably fished out of a junkyard. It doesn't even have a data jack. And the correct display is covered with fingerprints. Tapping the keyboard causes dust-caked fans to spin up, only display on screen password. Without the password, the only other option on screen is a password recovery option. Right, let's see, select password recovery. Please answer 3 security questions. Right, I have to find the, okay, I have to find all of the, a framed painting of the Chicago skyline, done in stylized silhouette. Cody's bed has a diary with several papers sticking out of it. Open diary to the first paper. There's a receipt stuck between the pages and a diary entry. Read the diary entry. I came back from my shift to find 4 of Paco's goons sleeping on our apartment floor. It's getting fragging ridiculous. I want to be with him, with the real Paco, but this Direct keeps messing everything up. I love him, but he's totally different with the gang. It's how I make my cash, baby, he always says. I try to tell him he doesn't need the cash. I can support us both with what I make at the Seamstress Union, but he still goes on these runs. With these bozos all on my floor, I feel like he's just seeing how far he can push me before I kick him out. I try to be patient, but why does it have to be all one way? As soon as the last cutter was out the door, I lost it. I told him if he ever pulled direct like this again, he would be sleeping in the alley. Of course, he begged and pleaded with me, telling me it wouldn't happen again. I don't want to deal with this anymore, but I don't want him to leave. He's the reason I got through all that stuff last year. Got my bartending license, got this apartment and this life. I know he cares about me and loves me. More than his involvement with the Cutters, I just wish I could slice out that gang from our life together. Slice out the fear that comes along with it. Inspect the receipt. Receipt for a Browning Max power pistol from Gin Park downstairs with a note saying how big guns on hot women turn her on. Well then. Flip to a different page. Second paper. Has a poem and diary entry. Read the diary entry. Sometimes it seems like Paco reads our mind or my diary. Maybe he does the latter, but I wouldn't be surprised. Hi, Paco! Ever since last week, he hasn't mentioned the Cutters once. He leaves the apartment with "see you in a few hours, babes," and returns later without comment. I don't know if it's really going to help for us to avoid the subject in conversation completely. But I have felt better without our constant arguing about it. The last 2 nights I've come home from work to Paco waiting up for me, slouching on the old dumpster couch with a novel 4 inches from his face. I imagine that as I turn the key in the door, he perks up and makes himself look especially studious when I get the door open. He seems superficially surprised to see me, but I love this little act. Read the poem. Let's just say that Paco should stick to guns and motorcycles and leave the poetry to others. Yeah, that's... Flip to a different page. Third paper. There's a receipt and an old photograph stuck between the pages. Look at the picture. The picture shows a young girl with caramel skin and dark brown hair. She has a snake wrapped around her arm, yet she is smiling. The back of the photograph has shadows scrawled on it. Alright, that's what I was looking for. Inspect the receipt. A cash-on-delivery receipt for a special order. 5 pounds of zebra meat from Murray's Meat Emporium, located near Pike Place Market. Well, that's an odd order. 5 pounds of it? Man, meat, that's expensive. Meat in general is expensive in Shadowrun. And zebra meat? I can't imagine that's going to be any cheaper. Fourth paper. Receipt for a wall safe installed near the bathroom door. Set the combination of 342436. 342436. Put the diary down. Safe. Input the code found in Cody's diary. The safe beeps cheerfully in response, and the door comes open. What's inside? Frag grenade. Really? That's all you had in your safe code? Okay. And what's this? The stand is littered with action movies and cigarette butts. Alright, let's try to break this password. First childhood pet, that's Shadow, that big snake. Favorite musical act? Oh, I didn't get that one. I think it's in the diary. Inspect the receipt. That was for that. Fourth paper. Is it on the second paper? No. Okay, third paper. I know the answer to that is somewhere in here. That's Chicago. Oh, washing machine and dryers. Password recovery. Shadow. Was it the Elementals, I think? It was the Elementals. Maybe your hometown, Chicago. Answer stored. Ah. Action movies. Okay, so okay. River page. Diary entry. Read the poem. Flip to a different page. No, it's in here somewhere. Let's go down and talk to the other people, because I need to figure out. This Kabuto, maybe you know. You know Paka? His gang are a member of the Cutters. He's a good kid and a nasty line of work. I warned Coyote against getting too attached to that type. They don't live long. Have you heard of Murray's Meat Emporium? Her face twists in disgust. No, I'm a vegetarian. Very cheap way to live in Shadowrun. Assuming everything's made out of soy or mycoprotein. Did you know Jim Parks sold Coyote a gun recently? I'd be more surprised if she hadn't. Bouncers can deal with most of the troublemakers. Around here, you need a gun, just take the trash out to the dumpster. Do you know if Coyote had any childhood pets? I never ask about the past, none of us do. Coyote's real name is Gina. That's the most personal information I have about her. Do you know Coyote's favorite band? Indeed I do. She plays her Starfire records so loud you can hear them down here. I've told Mr. Clue to have her turn that direct down more than once. Okay, so the Starfires. So now I have the information I need to perform password recovery. Select password recovery. Her pet's name is Shadow. Favorite musical act is Starfire. Neighborhood town is Chicago. Answer stored. Password has been set to gibberish. For security, never write down your password. Logging you in. Hey, I got more karma. Computer has a basic list of applications. Look at the calendar. 3 days ago, meet with Delilah about gig. Today, meet Paco for a date at Pike Place Market. Due in 30 minutes. Contacts. Coyote's contact list is exactly one entry, someone named Paco. There's no comlink number or other contact information form available. This does seem like a very useful list of contacts. Access history. A quick scan of her recent searches shows that Coyote has been reading a great deal about hellhounds. Also suggests more than a casual interest in vintage action figures. Well, yeah. Leave the computer. Alright, now I have the information I need. And I got some karma. How much Decking 2 will cost me 2 points. And raise my pistol up to 3. That means I now have enough decking skill that I can break in here. Hack the panel. Ooh, it's a big teddy bear. Stuffed bear seems to be hiding something. Nitro. Really? All that for a bit of nitro? Oh well. This is Kabuta. How can I help you? Kennedy has a date with Paco at Pike Place Market in the next half hour. If you would go down there, it might bring me peace of mind. I'll call a cab for you. Should be able to get you there in time. Gembed Kudasai. Good luck. I probably mangled that Japanese. I want to learn Japanese sometime. But Shadowrun is probably not the place to learn it. Alright, so I got some cash, I can buy some things. Did you sell that? Did you sell a Max Browning power to Coyote, the bartender? Hey guy, I'm just curious. Don't talk about what my clients... Don't talk about what my clients or what they buy. Bad for biz. However, I'm sure she would recommend me if she was a customer, which I'm not saying she is. Of course, I'd expect no less. Listen, Coyote's missing and Mrs. Kabuta asked me to find her. I didn't know whatever you would know. Or Mrs. Kabuta wants. I didn't realize Coyote was missing. She's actually expected to encounter some kind of paranormal animal at close range. I recommended an Ares Predator, but she couldn't afford it, so I went with the Browning Max Power. Need some hardware? Yeah, what do you have? I want a Predator. That's a good gun. Why won't you sell me your Predator? Wow, the AK-97 is $750? It's not a cheap gun. Street Sweeper's cheap, though. Oh yeah, it's homemade. I'll come back. I'm gonna buy me some good armor. I'll take a look. Now I can get the tourist look, which increases my intelligence by 1. Or I could deck myself out as a ninja and get +1 dodge. I think my intelligence is good for the moment. So I'm going to get the ninja clothing. And you know, it means I get to look like a ninja in the middle of a run. And that should leave me some money to buy an additional gun. Yep, can't buy the AK-97 because it's expensive. But I will buy me a street sweeper. Yeah, who needs accuracy? We can just shoot a shot. When you can just use a shotgun. Now I have 2 guns. So if I run out of ammo in one, I can potentially use the other. Okay, time for... Oh, wow, I just looked over at the time. I've been running. I'm going to have to call the video here. So thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, leave a like. And I'll see you in the next video, chummers.